Hey folks, just got done working out, so hair's a little messed up, but gonna make a quick sandwich for lunch. Figured we'd use the time to hang out. Of course, once again, I'm vegan, so it's gonna involve fake cheese, as well as fake meat, and of course, normal bread, but not all bread's actually vegan, depends on if there's egg or dairy. This bread I checked, it's all good. So it's not gonna be very complicated of a recipe, but nor is the tofu one day when I cook that. Now today's subject actually is that it's totally okay to curate your online experience. And I don't just mean what you see, I mean that when people leave comments on things, whether it's your posts on Facebook, whether it's replies to your messages on Twitter, whatever it might be, you know, I'm gonna toast this bread. Let's toast it, it's gonna be a little better. All right, so while that toasts, there's people who can feel like it should only be for extreme situations like hate speech or violence or whatever, when you decide to mute someone, block someone, remove from your channel, whatever it might be. The reality is that those people, those, in many cases, strangers or people who maybe only mere acquaintances, have sway over how you're going to feel throughout the day based on what they're putting into your world. And they're in the process going to be poisoning the conversation that others want to have if they just sort of run amok. And that there's absolutely no shame, no guilt in deciding that that is your wall, your post, your thread, your whatever it is, and deciding how you want the conversation to go. That you don't owe them anything, you don't owe them explanation. You know, this is things that YouTube has a history of pretty crude, bad comments. The other day, actually, I think I actually checked, and like on my most popular video, for some reason, some videos don't have the same layout, but you had to scroll down past 20 recommended other videos before it would even load the comments, which is a sign of how toxic YouTube knows its history comments are. Now, the reason I'm saying this is not to put blame on anybody else's channel, because the comments on these videos tend to be pretty positive, pretty supportive. And so I want to thank people who are posting those nice things. Part of why you don't see more awful, hostile, negative, I hate to call it this, but it is the usual kind of YouTube discussion, is because there's a button for me to just remove that person, make them invisible from my channel. I do that. Let's toast the other half of the bread. Because the thing of it is, if I let those people wear me down, that's unfair to you as someone who wants to be able to have a constructive, positive conversation, who wants to improve yourself, who wants to learn about things, who wants to just get a different view. And not only that, but if I let those people tear me down, wear me down, it decreases how much I have to give. It decreases my willingness to stay on the platform, whatever it might be. Or, you know, Twitter's a common case too, where there's a huge platform there. I've muted a lot of accounts on Twitter. And again, there's no guilt over that. It's not censorship. I'm not the government. It's a matter of, if they're making a point that's worth discussing, that's one thing. But if somebody just comes at you with hostility, or if somebody just comes at you in a way that it's clear that what they really need is a babysitter, no matter what their age. There's young people who can act like they're adults in online conversations. That's fine. That's great, actually. And then there's people who are of technically adult age, but act like they, I think I mixed up my containers, but act like they aren't, and that, of course, is a much bigger problem. But this will still work. Ooh. Toast is ready. Actually, you know what? I'm going to melt this in the microwave a little bit. So, quick and easy. So anyhow, think of it is, right? Think of it like your front yard. Okay, imagine it's your front yard. And you've worked really hard to have that space, to curate that space, to make that space presentable. And that front yard is not a space where just anybody can just go putting signs for whatever argument they want to present, for whatever angle, attitude, like I say, toxicity they want to come at it from. They can put that stuff on their own. This is also a case where, again, multiple platforms, I've put a lot of time into building up an audience. Sorry, it's... Nice. Okay, sorry. It's my wife texting me about, I don't know the story, but for some reason we have a candy apple in our refrigerator. So that's why you're hearing the buzzing. Candy apple. Don't know what the deal is. But right, so we're back. It's a thing where when I've put a lot of time and energy into building up an audience, right? That's not just someone else's to go in there and then be poison in. That drives out the good people, that drives out the people who want to do things, that drives out the people who are serious, drives people who are mature, and replaces it with just a bedlam. That's not what I'm here to do. So that's it for the day. Don't feel bad about muting, about blocking. Thanks always for tuning in. Have another video for tomorrow. Bye for now.